Rule number 2, live the process. Reinforce your sales process until it's second nature for everybody. And the reason being is your team is only as strong as its weakest link. Think about this for a second. If you're going to embrace a process, then once we've embraced it, we've got to live the process. Sending a memo out to saying this is your sales process is not going to do what you want it to do. People won't even remember it. When I go into organizations and I say, do you have a process? And they say, oh yeah, sure, hold on for a second. They go to their desk and they're filing through. They can't find it. Mary, and they ask an assistant to help them out because it's in some filing cabinet 6 rows back. That tells me we're not living the process. So what can we do to live the process? Well, first of all, you've got to make sure that it's part of your daily routine, that you onboard people using the sales process that you've embraced. You want to make sure that they know what that process is day one, that they can recite back to you what it is and what it means to go from stage 1 to stage 2. You're going to coach to the process. Don't coach randomly. You want to coach to the things that are necessary in your process. What are the things necessary to go from stage 1 to stage 2? You should identify the top 10 coaching scenarios that are going to be important for your people to become as proficient as possible in that system. You want to make sure that you train to that system, that it's part of the CRM. Having a process here and a CRM there is insane. Make sure that if you're using a CRM, that your sales process is embedded into that. Make sure that you debrief using the sales process. If you've got 5 stages in your sales process, then have a 5-step debrief process. Making sure that if you say, what was the pain? How many pains did they have? What was the impact of the pain? What have they done in the past? That will help you ask all the questions necessary in that bucket. You're sending the signal, you're being congruent, you're telling them that that's important. If you continually coach and debrief to the process, it will become part of the DNA, muscle memory. Finally, you've got to be congruent as well. Use the words. Your salespeople are going to be using the process every single day. That doesn't mean that you can't pay attention to it. If you're going to coach and train to it, use the words. Pain, upfront contract, monkey's paw, what's the disc style? Once you use the words and you're congruent, your salespeople will also realize, hey, this isn't going away. This is not Operation Delta. And you know what those are. We've got about 5 of those a year that come out that mean absolutely nothing to anyone else except senior leadership. So if you're going to have a process and you believe, as I do, that you're going to embrace a process, make sure it's part of your DNA. Live it every single day. Both you and your salespeople will benefit as a result.
The Sandler Rules for Sales Leaders are available now at Amazon or Sandler.com. You can click on the player now to watch the previous video, or click subscribe now to get notified about future sales tips.